Live from Appleton, it's APTV.
Welcome to APTV, episode 565 for Thursday, October 24th, 2024. Ha.
This week we have banter, news, updates, new Monteverde pens, fish scales?
Yeah. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Fish scales, a beautiful blue sky, a contest winner, a new contest, plus...
I don't know if there's anything coming soon.
A bunch of stuff that just came in.
Yes. There you go.
So, hey, Lisa.
Hey.
So, do you know I got, the other day I bought a new alarm clock. So, I know we live in a world where we have phones, your Apple Watch, right. Can nicely wake you up. But I needed something different because I'm having a hard time getting up in the morning.
Yes, you do.
So, this new alarm clock, instead of beeping, it swears at you.
Kind of like me?
Yeah, I'm kind of in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, you are not a morning person.
No, I'm not.
And I am.
Never,
and
ever.
It's so hard for me in the morning.
Oh, my Lord.
Because I'm awake and I've been thinking about things and I've got coffee and Brian's just like, don't talk to me. Just. And I have all this stuff pent up.
It should be one cup of coffee before anybody speaks. It really needs to be that.
It's
but,
so hard for me.
I've made
peace with it.
accommodations over the years, so,
We're still married.
Anyway.
All right.
What do we got? Tomorrow, Friday, October 25th, International Artists Day.
Cool.
We love our local artists.
Including Lindsay.
And LK. Appleton does a lot to support local visual and musical artists of all kinds. So that is true. There's always some kind of festival or something going on here.
When we were downtown, I don't think that the downtown organization does this anymore, but they used to have, like, for the month, I think it was, you'd have an opportunity to sponsor an artist. And so, like, one time we had an origami artist come in.
Yeah,
one
cool.
time we had a local jewelry maker come in and do her work in the store, and that was cool. So it was, I don't remember what they used to call that, but that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was like one night, or it was like one night a week or per month or something. I forget how it was, but you would get a different artist each time. So we had a local lady doing jewelry.
Yep, Margaret.
Yeah, Margaret, yep. So,
and
anyway,
yeah, so it was cool.
International Artist Day.
There you go. Saturday, October 26th, I can get behind this, National Pumpkin Day.
What are you going to do with a pumpkin?
I'm going to buy a pumpkin pie.
Wow. Are we talking pumpkin pie or are we talking the actual pumpkin?
I don't know. It's National Pumpkin Day. Okay. Do you carve pumpkins for the holiday season? Do you visit your local pumpkin patch? When the kids were little, we used to carve pumpkins. That was fun.
Did we ever carve pumpkins? We never carved pumpkins.
Well, you didn't get the kids till they were older.
Well, yeah.
Do you want to do one this year?
Maybe. Maybe I do. For nothing else than the pumpkin seeds.
And I think they even carved pumpkins at school once or twice. And so the kids would come home with like a picture of their pumpkin that they helped carve in the class. I'm gonna
carve the most scary pumpkin of all.
One year we had some help, and we had a really scary pumpkin one year.
Yeah, I'm gonna carve a check engine light into the pumpkin. Every adult will be terrified.
Yes.
We've got some news moving right along.
Yes.
Appleton Pen Club. So we had Appleton Pen Club this last Saturday.
Yes. Lindsay taught a class on using fountain pens and fountain pen ink to make art. And so it was a good turnout. Everybody
well received?
Yeah, I think so.
I was busy talking with other people, so I couldn't actually take
Lindsay
care of
was teaching. People got to do some hands-on things. We did make a couple decisions about Pen Club, as in an official date. Well, we've tried to delegate it, but
it's fine. It's
absolutely,
fine.
It's great. But we were just inconsistent with dates.
We were very inconsistent.
So now we've been consistent. So it's going to be the third Saturday of every month. And so November 16th is our next meeting. And the club has decided it's just going to be social hour.
Just a social hour.
So bring your pens, bring your journals, whatever you normally would do. If you had some me time and you went somewhere, come here and do it with everybody else. If you're going to journal, if you're going to just sign Christmas cards, if you're going to do whatever, the group has decided they just want to all come and hang out and see what other people are doing, and that'll be
Show
fun.
off some new pens or whatever you're doing with your pens.
And then December 21st, I'm going to do some kind of paper-related thing. I've really gotten into these videos on how to fold paper. I was showing you a couple last
those are
night.
cool. Those are cool.
And I know a couple of the ladies.
It's like stationery adjacent.
Yeah,
But
is.
it looked like fun. It did not look difficult.
No, it's sort of like
a lot of
easy
steps.
origami.
Yeah, it's a lot of steps, but
You take a piece of paper and you turn it into an envelope, or you take a piece of paper and you turn it into a little gift basket. Some of those were cool.
Yeah.
So we're going to play with that. I figure we've got a bunch of old wrapping paper we can play with, and I've got some scrapbook paper, and why not? Let's just
that'll be fun.
all be uncoordinated together. And then January 18th, we will do a start the new year with a little planner and Hobonichi fresh start.
So, awesome. And then we've got another one scheduled for February 15th. That's
I think
the next
so.
one? Okay.
That's the next, those are the next 4.
We should do something Valentine's Day related for that.
We should.
Red inks, red pens.
Show off what you got for Valentine's Day.
Lawnmower?
You got a lawnmower?
No. I'm just
Okay. All right.
All right. Just in.
That's weird. A lawnmower in February?
Well, snowblower.
Just in.
Just in. So these just came in yesterday. So we haven't had a chance to ink them up yet. But the Monteverde MP1s, we talked about these, I think, briefly last week.
We did.
3 colors. This is kind of a neat pen.
So black, purple, and you have the gray.
Yeah, this cool
charcoal
gray. Charcoal gray, yeah.
Coal gray.
With the black trim, it looks sharp.
Anodized aluminum, which I like.
You know what this one reminds me of? You'll get it right, too. Another pen that was that color. That was a big seller.
This reminds me of the purple from the Faber-Castell Loom.
Ding, ding, ding.
That
Good
they
job.
discontinued when they got rid of
Yes.
all the good colors.
It was such a nice pen.
was
But this
a great
looks,
color.
there's almost the same shade.
Yes.
I don't, it just what it reminds me of. Nice color.
So these are a clear plastic barrel, a slightly triangular grip. So it's sort of like they took the best of a bunch of different pens.
They did. And what I like about it, so it is triangulated. No, there's no question about it.
Similar to a Lamy Safari, or a little bit more than the TWSBI ECO T.
Yeah, it's a little more pronounced.
Definitely.
But what I like is the bottom. The bottom is flat, and it seems to me that that's a little bit more pronounced. So if you hold it with your finger underneath, it's actually quite comfortable.
Yes,
and I like it.
Especially if you're newer to fountain pens, it does help you have a more correct grip, so that the tines of the nib are better aligned with the pen.
Yeah. So if you're holding that, you can, Now the cool thing about this is, and I might be getting ahead of myself.
You might be.
So number 6 nib, number 6
Okay.
Yovo nib, and feed, and it is super easy to pull out.
Okay. And then what are you going to do?
So what makes that cool is if you don't hold your pen.
Does it go back in easily?
It does. It should go back in. And there's a flat spot there.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say this is round, but I remember there's a flat spot in there. Nope. Well, we'll take care of that one later. But anyway, yeah. So
I can do that.
but you can replace these nibs. So if you've got one that you've ground, or you've got you want a 1.5 stub, you can easily swap them in and out. Easy to clean.
Cool.
Section is not threaded, so similar to an Eco, it's one piece barrel. And it comes in extra fine, medium, broad, 1.1 stub, and then you can also get their OmniFlex nib on it. But probably the most important thing there's a flat spot on the bottom. There you go. Yeah. Probably the most important thing is it's the fact that it's a piston. Do you want me to do it?
No, I'm good. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I got
Crack.
it. Ta-da.
The piston's got two dots, and the barrel has two dots. Now I think they're different colors on the different pens. So the black pens, they're white on the barrel and black on the knob.
Can you hear this? This snaps.
Yeah, so you have
which
to pull
I really
it out.
like.
Yeah, you have to pull it out to operate the piston. And I don't know why I'm holding this near the microphone and hoping that you're going to hear the piston. Yeah, so it's... and what actually is pretty cool is you can lock this in anywhere along the travel. So if you really don't want to fill up a full fill...
Oh, that's a good idea.
You could fill it up, just, a third, and then snap that lock in place, and boom, you're done. So
that's part of what makes this different from a TWSBI, for example, is it's similar because it's got a clear barrel, it's got a piston, but there are definitely differences. So for people out there who are saying, well, why wouldn't I just get a TWSBI? They're definitely different. But definitely along the same lines. I do like the color.
You're probably going to annoy every coworker that you work with by doing that all day long.
No, it doesn't post.
It does post. It's a little bit long.
It's really long.
It's pretty long. I don't really think you need it.
No.
It is a fairly lightweight pen too. So when you do post, it does kind of bring the back a little bit.
Yep.
So.
That's it.
Purple, gray, and black. It's a cute little pen. I like this locking mechanism that has some neat functionality, and of course the triangulated section I think is very comfortable.
Yep.
So
give it a shot.
So, something different and in kind of cool colors. And if you want something that's got if you like that OmniFlex nib, you can have it on there.
Right. Now, did you talk about the play?
There is a little So what you will notice is, and there's a reason for this, so that when you if I pull this piston out, there's a little play in the knob, but it has to be there because there's two slots on either side of the barrel for this piston knob
to
lock into. So they don't always, like in this case, when I have this down all the way, the dots don't quite line up, so I have to.
So there has to be some play. So if
I
you
can
get
move
it
back.
and you think, oh my gosh, it's not working or it's too loose, it's supposed to be that way. So you can turn it to line it up.
So you can lock it in. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cute pen. Aluminum.
Love the purple. The gray's very cool.
Gray, I think the gray's the winner. The gray's the winner. So the gray and the black have the black nibs, coated nibs, and the purple has the standard silver nib. So, but number 6 size, which is so nice because everybody uses that. You might have your favorite. You can throw it in there. Boom, you're done. TWSBI ECO Sky Blue.
Yep.
Those actually just came in yesterday, so we got those, and I don't even have one here. I don't know why I don't have one. But pre-sales begin tomorrow, and shipping then will start on Friday.
Pre-sales began yesterday.
Pre-sales begin yesterday. As a matter of fact, that is true. And shipping begins tomorrow, yes.
Yes.
Oh
so
goodness.
if you're local, you can order it, but you cannot pick it up until Friday. All right.
All right. I got to know about some vintage pens. I'm gonna kind of wait to show any of these off, but
Awesome.
just know that there's a Parker 61 set. There's a 75 Independence Hall rollerball. That's the pewter looking one, which is pretty cool. It's a rollerball with the box. I've got that. There's a number of inexpensive Cross, but there is also a Cross Sterling ballpoint mechanical pencil set. So that stuff's coming in. We'll probably talk about it next week when we'll have some images up. Just in. This is all you. This is pretty exciting. So we got this actually in for a local gentleman.
Hi, Mike.
And when I started looking for what he was looking for, I stumbled across this.
Okay.
So this is a rollful paper from Sakae, and it's lovely. It's really lovely. It's 75 grams. It's loose sheets, so similar to the Tomoe, it comes in A4 and A5 packs. So the A4 is a 50 sheet pack, and the A5 is a 100 sheet pack. So
same amount of paper.
Same amount of paper. It's exactly the same price. So. But they're 75 gram, plain white, and they're very, very nice. I mean, I took the first sheet off. It's a creamy white. It's not ivory, but it's definitely not white. Yeah, it's nice. And I mean,
this is white.
I had a broad nib, and it didn't show through. I mean,
so it's a little creamier.
So,
but it's smooth.
Nice paper. It's got the nice weight to it. So if you don't like the Tomoe because it's too thin, it's a little too thin. This might be the perfect match, and it's about 2/3 the price of Tomoe.
Yes.
So that makes it definitely approachable.
If you are here locally, we do have 2 tester pads that we padded with the paper, so you can try it out.
Yeah, it's really a really great option, and it's just kind of fun. So
Cool.
I don't know what else more to say about it, but 75 GSM.
Give it a shot, because who doesn't love new paper to play
Yeah.
with? All right, spotlight on some Hobonichis. Don't forget, you've still got some time to get your plan on for 2025.
Get your plan on.
Whatever. Hush now. So don't forget, weeks are really great because they're small. So if you have a fear of commitment or you don't want to carry around something big and heavy, you've got the regular weeks, the weeks mega, which has almost 3 times as many extra pages in the back, which is great.
Sushi.
And who doesn't love the sushi?
I don't like sushi. You cook it. Deep fry it? You deep fry it to be all right.
Yes, we can do that. And then I did want to talk also, here's the fish,
The fish
scale.
scales.
A couple different patterns we haven't talked about yet. So this is the fish scale pattern, comes in the weeks, comes in regular planner, cover.
I mean, I know it's a little different, and when I saw it, I thought, I was kind of on the fence, but I thought, you know what, it's yellow.
It's bright and
It's
cheery.
bright and cheery,
happy.
and
I
it's,
I like
don't know,
happy,
that's cool.
especially in the beginning of the year when it's gray and rainy and snowy and all that. Sometimes you just need a little happy in your life. And then a couple other things for those of you who have the 5 years. Don't forget a cover. What? Sometimes you need a little happy.
I
in your
know,
life.
I know. This next one is,
Okay.
is almost ridiculous.
The 5-year cover, this is the red leather. Just super pretty, very, very kind of basic, but just really a nice cover. And then the one Brian loves
I'm going to get in so much trouble for having bought these, aren't I?
is the denim jeans.
It's cute, isn't
so
it?
it just looks like you got your, those of us of a certain age, these remind me of
The
Jordache jeans.
Yeah,
right?
look at this. Hey, wait. We can tuck the pen in there.
There you go.
Look at that.
Jordache. Now, back in the day, what was it everybody tucked into the back pocket of your Jordache?
Oh, I don't know.
A comb.
Oh.
Everybody had a comb
yeah,
sticking
yeah,
out.
Yeah. It was Guess jeans for me, so.
Okay.
But it's
anyway.
it's just so hilarious.
It's
I
cute,
can't.
but sturdy. These are super
yeah.
sturdy.
If I had that, I would laugh every time I picked it up. Which
Or maybe we need one.
maybe we need one. I don't know. It could, right? Because it's stupidly funny,
Yeah, it is, but it's cute.
and it's
The Japanese
so durable.
are so creative about some of this stuff.
See this.
I never would have thought of that, but it is really cute.
But I mean, and if you had this on a 5-year, how great is this going to look in 5 years after being tossed on the counter and the table? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We don't have a cover for our 5-year.
We do not.
Do they? I think they make that in an A6 too.
I think they do.
I think we have one.
I think we might not
We
have
might-
one.
I don't know.
Oh,
Anyway.
and speaking of Hobonichi, I would like to personally thank whoever bought the Search and Collect 5-year cover, because I agonize over that every year, and I keep looking at it and touching it and thinking, should I want it?
We'll do it again next year. We'll have this
yeah,
dance
but thank you for
again.
buying it and taking that off of my agonizing over list. So
All right.
I'm truly grateful.
All right. I know you are.
I
I
know.
know you
All right.
are. Up next, what do we got? We got Leuchtturm.
Yep, we're just
A5.
featuring a couple different things. Don't forget, lots of different colors. The red A5
graph
in graph.
That's what I got here.
I'm really trying to embrace using more graph paper.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of keeps you in line.
Yes,
It
and
keeps
I do
your-
like my boxes. I like things in
What are you,
boxes.
a cat?
Kind of. I like to be organized. Too much
Oh, yeah.
outside the box makes my life feel chaotic. So.
Okay. Well, these are good notebooks. They
Yes.
really are. I like them.
All right.
They're nice, and I especially love the thickness of the covers because they're substantial.
Yes, they're not going to get all floppy and.
Yeah. So if you want to put your best thoughts in there, you can keep it for a long time.
Something we've had for a while, and I don't know why this doesn't get more love.
I don't know why.
The cross.
It's a cool design.
Bailey in bright blue. They did make other colors. I think
This is
this
it.
is the Beverly.
That's the Beverly.
Sorry,
Yeah, Beverly.
Cross
Yeah.
Beverly.
Beverly,
Let's
yeah.
back up and say that. The Cross Beverly in bright blue. I love this little, to me it reminds me of a belt. This shiny little bling in the middle.
This top part's a thimble. We should get that for your mother.
It's really just a nice different shape. You know, so many cross pens are very similar. And so when this first came out, we were impressed with how different it was.
Well, the cap goes, unconventionally. It's thinner and it spreads out and it gets
Right.
wider towards the cap end, and almost no other, and with a little bit of a nice.
But I do like that it is a little wider. It's not your classic Century that's just super skinny. So pretty bright blue. Just wanted to pop that in there.
All right, what do we got here? We got.
This is all
This
you.
is all right. This is all me.
This is all you.
What do I got? A Visconti Kaleido.
Yes.
This is in Fire Opal. So it's got that hook safe lock, which I don't know why I'm holding it up to the
I don't
microphone.
know.
I thought.
You can hear it.
But yeah, so this is a vac filler.
Or
Single
power
single
filler.
power filler. Yep. Single reservoir. I think on this one because there's no. But that's a bright color,
Gorgeous
isn't it?
color.
Nice
Yep.
bright orange, but it's got a little sparkle to it, some translucency. You can see that. You can almost see the nib in the cap.
Some of those things are sometimes hard to see, even in the best of pictures. And this is just a really gorgeous pen.
Yeah, 14 karat nib, medium.
Beautiful.
I like the orange with the gold. I think it's
Yes.
it's obviously you wouldn't put silver on there, but sometimes it's a little too much. But this works.
Just enough little sparkle
Yeah.
to make it interesting.
And the cap band is it's different. It's got the Visconti V logo on it, but it just if you just kind of spin it, it looks.
It's
just a
just
nice-
enough engraving to
Yeah.
make it not look boring, but
Yeah.
not so much that it looks chunky and overdone.
We had a contest last APTV.
We did. And, we got a lot more in the comments than I anticipated. So the question was, how often do you clean your pens? This was not intended to create any sense of blame or shame if you
Yes,
haven't
it was.
cleaned your pen.
Yes, it was.
So, how often do you clean your pens? Anna Ozonian, we just talked on the phone, says, I cleaned pens last Friday. I like to clean pens because that means I can ink up pens I haven't used in a while. Thanks for another interesting episode.
Herbert Schultz says, wow, you caught me just after I cleaned a couple of pens, so I still remember doing it. There we go.
Rich Johnson says, great episode. You read my mind concerning pen cleaning. It's like we can see you. I think I can go back to the comment on the episode from around New Year's 2024 as to when I cleaned my one and only pen. My TWSBI 580 keeps on keeping on. I seriously picked it up and thought, yeah, I should probably do a cleaning before next refill, and wouldn't you know, that's this week's survey. Have a great week. Rich, glad we could help.
Brian Marsh says, another great episode. Thank you. Pen cleaning. I clean mine in batches. As I use up the ink in them, I stack them on a shelf, and when roughly a half a dozen pile up, I clean them.
It's good to have a plan.
Attaboy. See, I tried last week,
Okay.
and I picked up this TWSBI,
Okay.
the Kai, which I hadn't used
In a long time.
months and months and
Okay.
months and months. I'm gonna clean it out, right? And the first thing it did was start. So,
But did you clean it?
well, no, because it's lighting. so
Don't do what Brian
Anyway,
does.
where are we? Right there.
James Mad Chemiker says, I'd love to see more Ecos and 580s in special color metal finishes. I love the bronze as well as the color accents of the iris and kyanite. That's true. TWSBI does a really good job with those. Yep. As for pen cleaning, I just cleaned out a pen I had used up. I'm resisting re-inking to use some of my other pens.
All right. Steve Moss says, funny you should ask. I no longer batch clean pens because I only have 2 or 3 inked at any one time. But I just cleaned my custom 823 on Sunday after it ran dry. And if it was like my 823 that I had, it was like months. So.
Yeah, it's funny that we ask about cleaning pens and everybody's like, oh, snap, I either just did it or I was getting ready to do it. So it's like we can see you. The winner is Jim Byron, and the comment is, honestly, I want to clean my pens more often, but I don't. So I'm willing to figure something out to help with the process. Jim, some people have a lot of luck if you do it in batches. Just clean all of them at one time, or just do one at a time and one a week or whatever works for you.
Yeah,
it's absolutely a personal thing. But clean your pens, because if they're clean, back me up, except for you. If they're clean, they tend to write better.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 110%.
So
yeah.
So, Jim, send me an email at lisa@andersonpens.com, and I will be taking care of your $20 store credit on your account. And I have a bonus question. We had
Bonus comment.
Bonus comment.
Comment.
Yeah.
Not
Bonus
a winner,
comment.
but comment, yeah.
Found out that we had a former student in the chat last week. So big hugs to Kelly and to Corey. That was fun. It's fun to see you guys.
All right, we have a new contest.
We do.
New survey.
Yes.
This is an oldie but a goodie.
Yes.
What is your preferred nib width?
So extra fine, fine, medium, broad, stub, special grind. What is medium?
Medium. I'm incredibly boring.
What if it's a Japanese pen?
Broad.
Okay.
Which is a medium.
I 99% of the time prefer a fine. In Sailor, I do like the medium fine.
So, okay.
But what about you guys? What do you prefer for a nib width? Does it change at all? Like, do you go for a stub at Christmas time for Christmas cards, or do you have one for shimmer inks or whatever?
I think it's good to have a variety of nib widths in your arsenal.
Why? I like fine. What's wrong with fine?
Well, I mean, like most of the TWSBIs that I buy, when I buy a TWSBI, I buy it with a broad nib.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's a great broad nib. I can put ink down on the page and I can see the sheen and all that stuff.
Okay. Well, I write small, and I don't do sheen or shimmer. I just like color. So for me, a fine or a medium fine I'm boring.
See, I do have some extra fines.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't use them.
Okay. Thanks for joining us.
One commenter will be chosen at random to win $20 credit on his or her AP account.
So thanks for joining us. Tune in next week for more talk about pens, ink, and paper, and whatever crazy things Brian is not cleaning this week.
I'll have a new pen next week. I guarantee it. You can check us out on social media as Anderson Pens. Like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We sure would appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
Bye.